Hello everyone. Welcome back to the Games Brew. I am Roy Lovat, and today I bring you a brand new guide in which we will discover how to find some of the most powerful and devastating weapons this time in the second act of Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader. Before we begin, be cautious because the guide contains some minor spoilers, and remember that down below in the description you can find the link to our first guide for Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader, how to get the 7 secret best weapons in Act 1. Ancient Force Sword. The Ancient Force Sword deals twice as much damage as Heinrich's standard Force Sword and has higher armor penetration. To get this new sword, travel to the Latosian's Passage system and scan a dead world to find some unidentified ruins. Here you'll need to solve an energy beam puzzle to find the Ancient Force Sword. When the light hits the statue's mouth, head over to it and you'll find a chest in the mouth. Loot it, and you'll obtain the Ancient Force Sword, a force weapon that deals bonus damage equal to the wielder's psi rating. There's also a second puzzle after this one which you can entirely miss if you're not careful. Make sure to grab the hidden item in the rubble at the very top right of the map and store it in your backpack if you have not already done so. Bloodhound Staff. Getting the Bloodhound Staff is very easy, since it is a Tier 0 requisition from the Drusians, whose trade representative is Hieronymus Doloroso. Speak with Doloroso on Footfall and browse his inventory to find the staff. At this point in the game, you should already have sufficient profit factor to requisition this item for free. The staff has the devastating 6 property, which allows a navigator wielding this staff to use their navigator abilities more than once per round. But be careful, since the second cast will deal 6 wounds damage to the navigator as well as 6 extra damage to afflicted enemies. Elite Chainsword. Another weapon you can requisition from the Drusians is the Elite Chainsword. This sword is an upgrade to the Officer's Chainsword. It deals more damage and has higher armor penetration with no other alterations or downsides. However, to get the Elite Chainsword, you need to reach Reputation Tier 1 with the Drusians. Heavy Bolter. By elevating your reputation with the Drusians to Reputation Tier 4 and achieving a profit factor of 36, you can secure the formidable Heavy Bolter. Although it may be deemed only a standard Heavy Bolter, its substantial damage, respectable armor penetration, and relentless rate of fire make it a devastating weapon in the hands of a skilled heavy weapons specialist. Bloodseeker Klaive and Warder's Portent. You will get this weapon by recruiting Jay. After encountering Jay at the Martyr's Endurance and Footfall, offer to help her get her cargo to finish the errand Persona non grata and Wanted on Footfall. After this 2 mission, Jay will then promise to make you a lucrative offer, which starts her companion quest, A Lucrative Opportunity. Just return to your void ship and talk to Jay to get the Bloodseeker Klaive and the Warder's Portent. The Bloodseeker Klaive is a nice high-damage weapon, but to use it, you will need the talent Drukhari Weapon Proficiency, that in turn requires the Lore Xenos feature, or the base skill, Lore Xenos. However, this one-handed weapon has good damage, high armor penetration, and the ability to perform an AoE cleave attack for 2 AP, making it one of the best weapons in Chapter 2. Warder's Portent is exclusively wielded by characters with Eldari equipment or Eldari weapon proficiency talents. Primarily designed as an upgrade to Yurliet's initial equipment, it offers a substantial improvement. This weapon enhances Yurliet's firepower, delivering more damage than her starting rifle. It excels in executing Deadeye shots, which can be performed for just 1 AP. Additionally, Yurliet gains a free shot with each critical hit she lands. Bloodthirster Klaive. As for the Bloodseeker Klaive, the Bloodthirster Klaive is a Drukhari one-handed sword, meaning that in order to use it, you will need the talent Drukhari Weapon Proficiency, that in turn requires the Lore Xenos feature, or the base skill, Lore Xenos. When the time comes to return on Dargonis to repel a Drukhari threat, you will face Tazara on the planet's surface. Once defeated, she will drop the Bloodthirster Klaive. Even if this weapon is roughly comparable to the Bloodseeker Klaive, with the same attacks at the same AP costs, it has a slight advantage in damage and armor penetration. Moreover, while the Bloodseeker Klaive has a superior cleave AoE attack, the Bloodthirster reduces the weapon skill, ballistic skill, strength, toughness, and perception of struck enemies by -5 for each hit, making her the better choice against strong, singular foes. Omnissian Axe, C-Delfim pattern. You can obtain this weapon on Kiava Gamma, following the defeat of Fabricator Sensor Cubus Delphim, a crucial story boss. Exclusive to Pascal, it serves as a significant improvement over his initial weapon, featuring double the damage, enhanced armor penetration, and identical attack options. Additionally, it incorporates Brutal Strike during attacks of opportunity, granting these counterattacks an area of effect. Hunting Rifle. In the World Shaper's main quest, you'll journey to Janus and eventually reach the forests of Janus. Follow the path outlined in the video to discover a small rebel camp. At the camp, you'll encounter a sharpshooter rebel who possesses the hunting rifle. Although not the top-tier weapon for this chapter, the hunting rifle is still appealing due to its substantial damage, notable additional hit chance, moderate armor penetration, and a bonus of +5, +10, and +15 damage against larger enemies. Flamer Infernical. To acquire this weapon, focus on developing your colonies. Your first encounter with a colony will likely be Foulstone, located in the Trinitos system. To claim this colony, resolve a religious dispute, unlocking 3 projects. Opt for the project named for St. Drusus to receive the Infernical weapon. To pass the time, navigate between safe systems in the Coronis Expanse until your new weapon becomes available. The Infernical outperforms a standard flamer, dealing about 2.5 times more damage, featuring increased armor penetration. However, it trades the spray firing mode for only retaining the stream firing mode, albeit affecting more tiles. Melta, Ultima, and Staff of Blood. To obtain this weapon, head to Kiava Gamma and progress through the dungeon until you encounter Fabricator Sensor C-Delfim. Following the skirmish with Skitarii and Tech Priests, head west to locate 2 large sealed metal doors. The northern one is locked and requires a tech check, but the southern one is accessible. If you choose the southern door, you'll need to create a hole in the northern wall to reach behind the locked northern door. Once you're past this northern door, search a container to discover the Melta Ultima and the Staff of Blood. The Melta Ultima is a versatile weapon, delivering high damage, approximately 140% of the standard Meltagun's damage, inflicting a substantial 75% armor penalty and boasting improved range. It proves highly effective against enemies with high armor. The Staff of Blood, while not ranking among the best staffs available, serves as an improvement over Heinrich's initial weapon, the Biomancer's Staff. It inflicts more physical damage, provides the same psychic abilities, and boasts a higher power level. Additionally, when equipped, this staff enhances willpower by +15 and toughness by +10. Plasma Gun, Mezoa-Pattern. This weapon becomes your prize after triumphing over the tech priest, Demence, inside the Manufactorum on Kiava Gamma. Following your encounter with Fabricator Sensor C-Delfim, ascend to the circular platform he occupied. Utilize it to reach the eastern portion of the Manufactorum. Head south from there to confront Demence, accompanied by a combat servitor, Vox Skulls, and a corrupted Rust Stalker. Once victorious, the Mezoa-Pattern Plasma Gun is yours. This weapon represents a substantial upgrade from the standard Plasma Gun. It delivers double the damage and boasts an impressive Melta-tier armor penetration stat of 55%, all while retaining the same range, ammo capacity, and firing modes. In comparison to the Dark Marchesa, the Mezoa-Pattern Plasma Gun outperforms with a comfortable 50% damage superiority. However, unlike the Dark Marchesa, this weapon has the potential to overheat, imposing limitations on the frequency of using its overcharge firing modes. Blight. Similar to acquiring the Flamer Infernical, obtaining the Blight requires improving your colonies, specifically Janus in this case. Blight serves as one of the rewards for completing the Ultraquisitors project and stands out as the most powerful sniper rifle in Chapter 2. Although Warder's Portent may boast superior abilities, Blight is also formidable, causing fatigue and slowing down targets. The Dark Marchesa. After finishing the main quest at Kiava Gamma, you'll reclaim the planet as a colony. To obtain the Dark Marchesa, complete the colony project titled Blessed Are the Weaponsmiths. Plasma guns prove to be versatile, featuring commendable damage, range, and armor penetration. The Dark Marchesa stands out as a significant improvement over the plasma rifle, delivering increased damage, higher armor penetration, and a guarantee of never overheating. Thunderhammer. On Footfall, you will encounter the slimy gang known as the Anvers. Once inside the Shadow Quarters, head west until you reach a group of Avners led by a man named Ember. After defeating the group, you'll obtain the Thunderhammer. While this weapon lacks special abilities, Its 40% armor penetration makes it a valuable choice against the initial armored enemies you'll face in Chapter 2. That wraps up our guide on how to find some of the most powerful and devastating weapons in Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader during Act 2. I hope it has been helpful, and remember that down below, as always, you can find links to our social media, our guides for Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader, and Last Train Home, and you can leave a comment and like the video. Thanks for watching. I am Roy Lovat, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers!